What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you all. I hope you're all doing well out there, and today I'm here to talk about another horror movie boutique label. This is episode 3, and today I'm going to be talking about Synapse Films. So I love Synapse Films. They've been around right around the same time as Blue Underground. They weren't the first horror movie boutique label out there, but they've definitely been around for a while. At least over 15 years, I would think, maybe even longer. It seems like they've been around for a very long time, and still today they're releasing fantastic stuff like Blue Underground is. They release a lot of cult favorite movies, underrated, obscure slasher films, giallo films. I really love Synapse. They started with DVDs, then Blu-rays, and now they're diving into 4K titles, which I love 4K. I love Blu-ray. I love physical media in general, so this is one of my favorite companies. And so I thought it was fitting, being that they've been around for a long time, around, again, the same time as Blue Underground, that I would talk about Synapse Films for episode 3. So getting started with that, I have the 4K release of Suspiria. Now, I don't own all of Synapse releases. I do own the stuff that I love, and I'm looking forward to picking up Demons 1 and 2 on 4K in October. But Suspiria on 4K, if you want the best picture and sound quality for this movie, this is definitely worth picking up. I know this is still available from what I believe. I think $34.98 on Amazon, and you could still get it from their website, synapsefilms.com. But Suspiria, if you're a fan of this movie, this is definitely worth owning if you have a 4K player. If you just bought a 4K player, and if you're looking for the best 4K releases to get, and if you love horror movies and if you love Suspiria, this is one to pick up. As far as picture quality goes, it's very detailed. It looks beautiful. The next Blu-ray I'm going to talk about is also Suspiria. That looks beautiful, but the detail is even better with this release, and the sound quality is great too. One of my favorite 4Ks I own, definitely top 5 for me. Top 5 4Ks out of all the 4Ks I own. This is definitely top 5. I watch this movie every October. It's a, October traditional film. If I'm not watching it Halloween Eve or Halloween night, I'm definitely watching it in October. I love Suspiria, one of my favorites, and when I got a 4K player, I had to grab this one, and this is definitely worth picking up. You have bonus features that are great. All the previous bonus features that were from the previous Suspiria Blu-ray release from Synapse Films are available on this 4K, and again, the picture and sound quality is fantastic on 4K for the movie Suspiria. So definitely pick that one up. It is still available. Again, don't quote me on it. I think it's like $34.98 on Amazon, or it could be cheaper now. The next one I'm going to talk about is, again, Suspiria. I have 2 releases of this movie from Synapse. Now, this is the limited edition Blu-ray Steelbook. It's now out of print. This also had the soundtrack in it, which is one of my favorite horror movie soundtracks and one of my favorite soundtracks altogether. But really love this release. As far as the Blu-ray goes, the standard Blu-ray that has the same picture and sound quality that this one has is available. That one is like maybe $18.99, maybe like, between $18 and $25. The Blu-ray is definitely worth picking up because, again, if you don't own a 4K player, the next Blu-ray to get, or the next release of Suspiria to get, is that Blu-ray release. Again, picture and sound quality, overall fantastic. You're not going to get like the little details that you see with the 4K, but the quality on that Blu-ray release of Suspiria from Synapse is beautiful. Colors pop out. That is one thing that this movie is known for, is all the colors that Dario Argento used. But as far as sound quality goes, the soundtrack by Goblin, it's going to sound beautiful, guys. So if you're getting into Blu-ray and if you love Suspiria, that is one to pick up, guys. So you're getting great bonus features. That standard Blu-ray has all the bonus features, great making ofs, great interviews. Suspiria is packed with bonus features, so definitely pick that one up. And say if you're on eBay and if you come across the Steelbook for a pretty good price, if you love Steelbooks, this is definitely one to get, guys. Comes with a cool slipcover. I got to cover this a little bit, just a little bit, but there's the inside artwork there. And then there's the back for you. So pretty awesome, guys. I love Suspiria. So, of course, I have to own 2 copies of Suspiria. I just love this movie. I had the Blue Underground DVD for the longest time. That was great. And I know Anchor Bay had a DVD out for the longest time, too, which was pretty, out of print for a while. It's still out of print. Anchor Bay is not around anymore. So... But Suspiria, they've always had really awesome releases from that movie. And, it's an awesome film, so I understand why. I love Suspiria. The next one is another limited edition steelbook, but you can get the standard Blu-ray now. And that is Popcorn. Early 90s slasher film, guys. Between 1990 up until Scream, a lot of slasher films that came out in the 90s and the the late 80s were really underrated. And it took Popcorn a while to kind of get that fan base, and now a lot of people love it. I'm hearing more people talk about it now than when I first did, when I first started watching YouTubers on YouTube, which would have been like 2007. So Popcorn has this fan base now. People love it. It's a fun slasher film from 1990 or 1991, and I'm glad Synapse released it. Again, picture and sound quality is beautiful. It's the best the movie's ever looked. And before Synapse got a hold of this, the only way to watch this movie was either with a made-on-demand DVD that went out of print quick, or if you got like a bootleg DVD from like a convention for like $5 or $10. That's how I watched the movie for the longest time. But then Synapse released it, and I'm so in love with this release. I love the picture and sound quality. Again, beautiful. Best the movie's ever looked. But you get a great making of this movie. It's like almost an hour long. Cast and the crew coming back, talking about the movie. Great making of. They talk about making the film and then the release of the movie and the fan base that the movie has now. So Popcorn's a lot of fun, guys. It's a slasher film that takes place in a kind of B-movie theater that shows B-movies, and there's a killer going around with different disguises, killing people. Popcorn, guys, a lot of fun. Please check this one out. Again, the standard Blu-rays available still, and I think it's a pretty good price. So, nose itched a little bit. Going on, we got Phenomena, another Dario Argento movie. Again, I love all these, so I'm going to say I love a lot, but I really love Phenomena from Dario Argento. And once again, in my opinion, besides probably the Arrow release that's available, this is the best the movie looks. Synapse did a fantastic job with it. They also had a limited edition steelbook. I just have the standard Blu-ray, but you're getting, again, beautiful picture and sound quality, great bonus features. I mean, even for these standard releases, you're getting a lot of awesome stuff with them. This has, like a lot of the other ones I'm going to talk about next, they have reverse artwork. So you have the artwork that's on the front when you get it, and then you have the original title, Creepers, which I love both titles. I like Phenomena a little bit more, but I do like the title Creepers. And I love when companies will put a little bit more detail in their releases and do reverse artwork. I think it's really cool. So again, Phenomena, Dario Argento film from 1985, I believe, starring a young Jennifer Connelly, one of her first movies before Labyrinth, and the late but great Donald Pleasance and Claudia Argento. Hopefully I said her name right. The late and great Claudia Argento. But she was in a lot of Dario Argento's films, and she's in this movie as well. Phenomena, great movie here, guys. Definitely check it out if you've never seen it. If you're a big Dario Argento fan, say if you've only seen Suspiria, this is one to pick up, guys. So, Phenomena. The next one is one of the first slasher films in the 80s that started the slasher movie craze. I know some people are divided with this movie. You either love it or don't love it at all, or don't like it at all. But I've always loved this movie, and that is Prom Night, Jamie Lee Curtis, Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, this one started the slasher movie craze, or it was one of the first ones that started. It came out the same year as Friday the 13th, And it did really well when it came out. It just celebrated its 41st anniversary, 41 years of Prom Night. There we go. Just celebrated its birthday, and I can't believe this movie's 41 years old. I love Prom Night. Again, one of those early slasher films that started the slasher movie craze in the 80s. This is just awesome. If you've never seen the movie, this is the one to pick up. This is a beautiful picture and sound quality, the best the movie's ever looked. I remember the only DVD you can get for the longest time was that really cheap DVD with a picture of Jamie Lee Curtis from Halloween H2O reflected in a knife. Can't talk. That was a bad DVD. The picture quality, you could barely see anything. And then Mill Creek released a DVD that was definitely better, definitely a better transfer. And then Synapse released Prom Night on Blu-ray, and I think there's a DVD of this as well. So if you just want to pick up the DVD, you can get that too. But if you have a Blu-ray player, this is the one to get, guys. You're getting a beautiful picture and sound quality. And again, like 45-minute up to an hour documentary of a making of the movie. So you get the cast and the crew and director coming back. They're talking about the movie, the making of it, the release of it. It's a very detailed documentary that I love. Love the soundtrack to this movie. Love this slasher film in general. Love this movie. It never gets old for me. Prom Night, everything is all right. Just awesome. And then reverse artwork again. Really love that. Trying to get that in the camera. Really love that artwork right there. So cool. Again, if you don't own Prom Night and if you're getting into slasher films, definitely pick this one up. It's worth owning. So Prom Night, absolutely love it. Highly recommend that one. Another early 80s slasher film. I think this is 83. There we go, 83. I think this movie actually was supposed to come out maybe 2 years before, and for whatever reason it was, I think it got pushed back. But 1983, we had Curtains. Now, I could be wrong about it being pushed back, but if I remember correct, there's a documentary on here and they talk about this movie having a troubled release. But Curtains is a fun slasher film from the 80s. It came out around the same time as this Prom Night release. They announced them both around the same time. And once again, Synapse did a beautiful job with the picture and sound quality. Now, this is a movie that before this got released, it really had no DVD release. At least that I know of as far as the US goes. The only way to get this movie was going to conventions, picking up a bootleg DVD of it, or I remember Mill Creek or one of those companies released a 4-movie pack, and it had 3 terrible modern horror movies, and then Curtains was thrown on there with not really the greatest artwork, but Curtains was on this 4-movie pack DVD. Decent picture quality for what it was, and that was really the first official, I'm going to say just official DVD release. I'm not going to use quotes. The first DVD release of Curtains, the first release of Curtains. And then again, Synapse announced this release, and this is definitely the best way to go for this movie. Curtains, again, great bonus features. Again, they talk about the troubled release of this movie. They talk about making the film. Cast and crew members come back. Producers come back. I don't know if the director comes back or not, but you're getting, a great release here. An awesome release of Curtains. This is a fun slasher film from the early 80s, and it's iconic for the ice skating scene, the killer's look, very creepy look of the killer. Curtains is definitely one to pick up if you're a fan of slasher films, and if you love Synapse, own this one in your collection, guys. I don't think you're getting reverse artwork, but you are getting inside artwork, and if you could see, there's the killer right there. Very creepy. Great scene there, too. So definitely pick up Curtains if you don't own that one. The next one is another just awesome release from Synapse. I love all their releases that I own, so I'm going to say fantastic or awesome with each one of these. That is Intruder. Again, before this release, you had a bare bones DVD. It was the theatrical version, so the director's cut, you're getting all those extra gore scenes put back in the movie. So if you own that DVD, and if you're getting a Blu-ray player, or if you own a Blu-ray player, pick up this release, guys, or pick up the Arrow release, because I know overseas Arrow released this from their company. But Intruder, Synapse release of this movie. Not only are you getting the director's cut, but you're getting some great bonus features. This is a fun slasher film from, again, the late to early 90s. I think this is 1989, when slasher films were not so loved. I mean, if you were a big critic in the 80s, you hated slasher films, you know. But, slasher films were dying off during this time, and so this came out in 1989. It has a 89 feel. It has a 90s feel. Intruder. This is such a fun movie. I love this film. It's one of my favorite slasher films. So definitely pick this one up if you don't own it yet. But this is a great release, again, from Synapse Films. So pick that one up. If I remember correct, I don't think this has... it just has a death scene in the movie, but, as far as the reverse artwork goes. But still, Intruder, this is just a fun slasher film from 1989. I almost said 85. 1989. So pick up Intruder if you don't own it yet. The last Blu-ray I have, and then I have a DVD I'm going to talk about, is Maniac Cop. One of their more simple releases, and by simple, I mean, when this came out, I think they had a DVD release of it, which was pretty cool. But then it was really neat that they announced a Blu-ray release of this. And again, when I mean simple is you're not really getting a whole bunch of bonus features, but you do have great bonus features on here, a good making of the movie. I don't think it's like 45 minutes long, like, Prom Night or Suspiria or Popcorn, but this is one of those, early Blu-rays from Synapse Films, and they did a great job with it, though. Beautiful, again, picture and sound quality, great bonus features. Maniac Cop is, again, one of those mid-80s slasher films that over time it got a lot more love. Now, if you grew up in the 80s, this is a film that you probably loved, but it, over time it grew like a cult following, and more people appreciate and love this movie now. So Maniac, another fun release from them, and really cool artwork on the inside. Maniac Cop 2 and 3, they have their release from Blue Underground. I've already talked about them before, but they're getting 4K releases. So maybe one day, if it's not Synapse, maybe Blue Underground, depending on who owns the first Maniac Cop now. I don't know if this is out of print or not. Maybe we'll get this one on 4K as well. And then the last release from Synapse that I want to talk about is actually, surprisingly enough, not available on Blu-ray yet. Now, Shout Factory released a DVD and Blu-ray release of the first movie. Later on, they released a Blu-ray release. I still need to get that Blu-ray. However, I'm holding off because, as a collector, I like to collect all of them on Blu-ray or DVD if I can. So I don't own the first movie on Blu-ray yet. Now, if the second movie gets a Blu-ray release from this company or whatever company has it, I don't know if Synapse owns the second movie anymore. If the second movie were to get a Blu-ray, I would then get the first one on Blu-ray. That's where I was going with it. But I'm talking about The Stepfather 2, Make Room for Daddy. The Stepfather 2, The Stepfather is a great thriller from the 80s. Everybody pretty much knows about The Stepfather if you love 80s movies, if you love 80s thrillers, 80s horror movies. That's a great release from Shout Factory. Shout Factory released a great movie with a great release on DVD and then later on Blu-ray. And then Synapse released the second one on DVD. So again, I don't know if Synapse has this anymore or not. I don't know if this is out of print. But we never got a Blu-ray release of The Stepfather 2. I think this one is right up there with the first one as far as the movies go. I think this is a great sequel. Terry O'Quinn returns from the first movie. Meg Foster's in this. Caroline Williams. Jonathan Brandis from, the Never-Ending Story Part 2 and the It miniseries. Rest in peace to him. He's in this. Stepfather 2. It's a little bit more fun. A little bit more hokey compared to the first movie. Not too hokey. But this is still a great movie. And it's a shame that we haven't had a Blu-ray release from any company yet. So maybe one day Stepfather 2 will get a release from Synapse Films or from another company on Blu-ray. But yeah, I definitely love The Stepfather 2. You are getting great bonus features here, though. I think you get an interview or making of the film, which is really cool. And this is a lot of fun. I love these Stepfather movies. I even love the third movie, which doesn't even have a DVD release. I have a bootleg DVD. Terry O'Quinn didn't come back for that one, but that's still a fun film, and I enjoy the remake too. But the first two Stepfather movies, those are the best. And Stepfather 2 is a great underrated movie and underrated sequel that still has a fan following, but yet a Blu-ray release has not come out yet. So maybe one day we'll get Stepfather 2. But that is all the Synapse films that I own, guys. I think most of them, at least. I might have missed one. But yeah, I love Synapse films, guys. If you guys have not heard of Synapse, which I think a lot of physical media collectors have heard of them, but if you haven't picked up a lot of stuff from them, all of these, besides some of these limited edition steelbooks, these are available, guys. Pick them up either from their website or Amazon or any company or website that owns or sells physical media. These are definitely worth picking up. And of course, Synapse is still killing it today, still releasing fantastic stuff. Demons 1 and 2 are coming out on 4K in October. I've already pre-ordered those. I'm excited to get those. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before I let you guys go, definitely stay tuned tomorrow night and Saturday night, both at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be doing a couple live chats. So tomorrow, I'm having a live chat Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with Brian Goes Blue and Coco 2. They're a couple on YouTube. They talk about physical media, movies, horror movies, nostalgia. I know Brian's been on YouTube for a while now, but him and Coco, they're amazing. So they just started making videos together maybe like 6 months ago, maybe a little longer. I really love their videos, guys. So before you come to my live chat tomorrow where I will be talking with them, please go subscribe to their channel. I will leave their channel down in the description. Again, they love movies, nostalgic stuff, physical media, horror movies. They just did an awesome room tour video, which is awesome. I love it. And there's some of my favorites on here. So definitely go subscribe to them and then come back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time where I will be talking with them and we'll be talking with you guys. So I'm looking forward to having Brian Goes Blue and Coco 2 on my channel. Brian and Coco, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing on your YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing you guys and talking with you guys tomorrow. And then Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm having another awesome YouTuber on my channel. He's been around YouTube, I'd say for about a year, maybe a little bit over a year. I came across his videos last October, and you know, since then, I've been watching all his videos, and I love his stuff. I love his videos. I love his channel, and that is Movie Watch Daily, aka Justin, the two Justins. I'm a Justin, he's a Justin. He's going to be on my channel Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and once again, he loves movies. He loves nostalgic stuff. He loves memorabilia. He loves 80s and 90s horror movies and non-horror movies. Justin is just a really awesome guy, very positive person, very uplifting person, and his videos are so much fun. Like Brian and Coco's videos, all their videos are so much fun. I just have a blast watching Justin's videos too, and you know, I'm very, very happy to have him on at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, where we'll be talking about his channel as well, movies, nostalgic stuff, movie memorabilia. You know, I'm going to have so much fun talking with him too. So, anyway, guys, that is Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Movie Watch Daily, aka Justin. That's going to be Saturday again. And then tomorrow night, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to have the awesome, or both awesome, Brian Goes Blue and Coco 2 tomorrow night Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's a lot there. That's a lot of tongue twisters and everything. But once again, tomorrow night, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Brian Goes Blue and Coco 2. And Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Movie Watch Daily, a.k.a. Justin. I love all three of these YouTubers. They're fantastic. I love watching their videos. So I am honored to have them on my channel. And I cannot wait to talk to all 3 of them. It's going to be awesome, guys. And we're going to talk to you. So join the live chats, guys. You guys are the best. Sorry if that's a little loud. You guys are the best. Thank you for watching this video. Look out for episode 4 of my horror movie boutique series coming probably next week. I'll figure out what company is going to be next. Maybe a Scream Factory? We'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Come back tomorrow night and Saturday night for my live chats with some fantastic YouTubers. I cannot wait to talk to them. But everybody have a happy Thursday night, or wherever you are. Have a great day. Have a great night. Have a great morning. Whenever you're watching this, just have a great time. There you go. Always be you, because you guys are amazing. I love you all. So as always, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. In with the positive, out with the negative. Go eat some Skittles. And so much love to you all. And like always, be yourself, because you are amazing. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right, guys.